This is going to be a quick little catch-up video on some things I'm doing. We'll get back to this truck in a minute. That's not mine. But the concrete pad that I mentioned in another video recently is in, and got to use it. There's more work to be done over here. I got to throw some more rock down in here in this thing here. Got some melted aluminum laying here. It's part of the work that was done on the trailer on that other truck over there. Got temporary air and electric hooked up over here at the moment. The air goes back to the compressor that's back in that garage at the back end of the mobile home, and the electric is temporary. I got the breaker shut off right at the moment because it's raining, and I got to do something. I want to build something here on this little piece of area right here. I got to dig this out and build something here, and then we'll put an outdoor electric box. That's 220, 30 amp 220. And then I got that adapter box that I made for my welding equipment that's got a couple of 110 outlets on it. Here's that adapter box. I don't know why I say 220 and 110, because if you put a voltmeter on, you get around 237, give or take, on your so-called 220 side, and you get around 117 to 118 on these so-called 110s. But anyway, that's the adapter box that I made. It's got the 20 amp breakers on there. It's a double breaker, so if one goes bad, the other one will throw at the same time, just in case there is something screwy with the wiring and you don't want them both running. But this one, of course, is on a 30 amp breaker inside the house. But trying to get organized in this box for tools for working over here. I think I got to go to Harbor Freight and get a tool cabinet to put on the floor in here, because I was running back and forth to my shop getting wrenches and sockets. So I just need to get a socket set and wrench set out here so I can leave some stuff out here that's quick, handy to work with. This area over here is mainly just for working on trailers, so I don't have to drop trailers over there in front of my old house, because it's too much trouble dropping a trailer over there with the truck all out in the middle of the street. Anyway, let me get back to some other stuff we're doing here. And of course, here is the air compressor that I kind of refurbished, bought it used, and ended up having a bad tank. And the this is in the back of the mobile home. So we got the air hose. It's a water line. 250 pounds of pressure is what it's supposed to be good for. Got these brass fittings on there to clamp on, and so we got the air pressure going out there. I just flip this thing on, and it sends the 175 pounds of air out to the front, and I got another regulator out there. So this thing, right now it plugs in. Where's the plug at? It's on an extension cord right here. I'm going to put a 240 or whatever you want to call it plug over here. This skirting is temporarily open while I work on that. I've been plugging it in here, but I'm going to put another outlet over here for that and redo some stuff. I'm going to rearrange the wiring on this, and this is the light switch for in here, and I'm going to put a three-way in on the opposite corner. And I might do that on video, because I did a demonstration on three-way switches in my garage a few years ago, and that video seems to be fairly popular. Helps people out. This wheelbarrow That's the 1.5 inches of rain that they forecasted and said that we got. It's more like about 8 inches in there. Strawberries. My strawberry plants, which is this area here, I never did strawberries before, and the ones I got only give berries in May. They're called June strawberries. I found out about it later, and I wondered how come my strawberries are so small, and they only come out in May, and how come I can buy strawberries in the store year round? Where are they coming from? And so I looked into that on YouTube and found out that, well, I don't have what they call ever-bearing strawberries. So I looked for those. I found them on YouTube. I bought a package of about 25, put them in this garden dirt that I bought from a supplier in these raised garden beds, and most of them died. 2 of them survived, and the reason they survived is because this garden dirt is not finished composting. Is one of the reasons. It's got a lot of wood in there that's not composted yet, and it's robbing all the nitrogen out of the dirt. So I wouldn't complain to that place that sells that stuff in bulk, and they sold me this other product here, this darker colored product. Actually, they gave it to me because I bought this and had bad luck with it. And so they gave me this, a truckload of it. Most of it's still sitting in the back of my green dually. Anyway, I just scooped a bunch of this aside and put this stuff in there, about 6 inches worth, and planted several plants that were still hanging in there, most of which didn't make it, but 2 of them did. So I ordered, again, the 25 count plants, and put that stuff in this bed here, in this raised bed, that new dirt they gave me. They said use this stuff. It's got a lot of stuff in it to it's potting mix, I think is what it is. Anyway, we're doing a lot better here. I don't see any signs of dying off. I see signs of growth here. Rest of my garden is doing pretty good. These orange peppers, the tags say red sweet bell peppers, but the peppers are coming out orange. Well, that's okay. They taste the same. The repairs on this trailer are this metal bracket here got damaged. This is a pull-over tarp. I don't know what the right name of it is, but it goes up and over like a big umbrella over coils, and it got hit when they lifted a coil off. They hit it with the coil. A sloppy crane operator bent this bracket and tore this pocket off. The pocket was hanging way out here, about 1 inch and a half. Someone else had welded this thing up before, and that weld held. There was another weld over here on this side when they re-welded it, and that weld broke off. It didn't have a whole lot of penetration into this main this main rail, so I took a torch. It's not easy to cut aluminum with a torch, but anyway, I cut all that old weld off. I'll try to remember to stick some photos. I got photographs. I did not record this on video. Anyway, on both sides of that pocket, had to redo all of that. And then, but this trailer belongs to one of the drivers on my job, and the truck belongs to another one. But since we all work at the same place, our parking lots are just a few miles apart. The guy that owns that trailer parks about 5 miles away from where this guy, well, he's with Riekman. He works where I work. But anyway, his steps were falling apart underneath there. And he's a pretty big fella, and don't want to see him fall trying to get up and down off of these steps. Anyway, I had to do some welding underneath there and patch that up. Most of the work was right in here inside the fender well there. We did a lot of work in there. Got his steps back up where they're solid and secure now, and hopefully that'll last a few years. And then let me go over here to the shop. Well, as you saw in my last videos, this machine here is done. It's ready. It just hasn't been put back where I need to keep it at yet, and I need to drain the gas out of the carburetor and out of the tank. And this machine, we brought this one over. It's mine, but it was kind of in storage over where I keep a lot of small machines. I want to go through this one and fix it up, and then inside I got this machine is done, but I don't know if I ever did this on video or not. I don't think I did, but the fuel line was leaking a little bit, and I went to take that off and replace it. And the end where it goes onto the bottom of the tank just popped right off, and there was almost no resistance, and so the tank is obsolete. It's not available for replacement, and it's integrated into the machine itself. I found another tank on Amazon. It's a smaller one, but it might suffice. I haven't put it on yet. I have to find a way to mount it on here someplace. We'll stick it somewhere because it's going to have to be gravity feed. We'll put it on somewhere. This tiller, bring it in, get it going. Haven't used it in several years, and I know it's not going to run, so we'll just first thing be cleaning out the carburetor and the gas tank and see what else this thing needs. Polish up the paint on it. Chainsaw's got to do the same thing. I've got a couple of new tool reviews that I'm going to be doing. I already recorded it. Got to get this stuff off of here. Hold on a second. Back to Vevor again, and this is a socket set that they sent me to do a review on, and these are 3/4 drive, and I got a review video. These are in 1/16 graduations, starting from 3/4. This is 3/4 drive, all the way up to 2.5 inches. This is a very good set, and a lot of meat around these sockets. They're not going to break. I'm pretty sure they're not going to break. We'll do a review on that, and and we got a 116 piece Vevor tap and die set. It's both SAE and metric. Well, along with the concrete we did out in front, put a little strip of concrete in front of this new garage because I want to put a rolling gate on there. It's going to roll all the way back in front over here, and that way I can just slide it all the way out of the way. It won't be hanging wide open and in the way from the corners. I don't want it hanging on any of this wood. I want it to roll. That's why we put the little concrete strip in front of it there. So I don't know what else to say at this point. It's hard to do videos because it takes time to do editing. It takes a lot of time to do editing. This pond is flooded. It's out into the parking lot again, and it was a foot below the normal level a couple days ago, before that 1.5 inches of rain we got. That obviously from that wheelbarrow is more like 6 inches of rain. But haven't done very much maintenance over here, very little, because I just don't have time. Having to do that concrete work all the way across on the other side there. I had to dump a bunch of piles of rock with dirt mixed in it over there to get it out of the way so I could do the concrete. And but you guys know my videos are really not popular. I'm not getting any views to speak of anymore. This video here will probably get a couple hundred views, 200-300 views, and I'll get paid about $1.50 for it from YouTube. That's about all I get. It's about $1 every 200 views. So that's another reason. There's just not a whole lot of incentive for me to do to spend much time on videos, because there's no money in it for me. I'm a little bit boring to listen to, and there's a lot more competition out there doing repair videos, and a lot of them are just a lot more popular than I am. So I'm down to about 1/3 of what I used to make from YouTube. So I'm not doing as good as I used to, so it's kind of hard to prioritize YouTube videos, especially if there's going to be a lot of editing. So I'm not doing as much of that now. And my job, they're talking about there is a shortage of work, and I don't understand that, because I'm trying to get on part-time and they won't let me do part-time. They did let me off a week to do that concrete slab out in front, but I can't get any part-time work hardly, because well, I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me, because if there's a shortage of work, how come we can't just, you know, slide some of the work they're putting on me onto other drivers if there's a shortage? It doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. But because they're running me, I'm working overtime on a regular basis. Well, I think that's going to be the end of it. I don't know what else to say. I'll let y'all have a peek at me. You never see me anymore. Okay, there I am. I'm still here. All right, thanks for watching.